How does a rear tunnel chassis brace, rear strut brace differ from a stiffening rear sway bar in terms of how they affect handling? That's a great question. The rear sway bar is a functional.
Whoa.
The rear sway bar is a functional part of the suspension. A chassis brace is literally just along for the ride. So the chassis brace is not part of the suspension. It's part of the frame or chassis. And so any effect that could be had by stiffening the frame or chassis, a strut brace or a chassis brace like that would affect, which is mostly just helping keep the frame more rigid. So you want changes in suspension alignment and movement to come from the movement of the suspension itself, not the flexing of your car or suspension components. The entire point of our rear tuning chassis brace, what we call our X-Clear braces, is mainly to give more clearance for exhaust systems. This comes into play with aftermarket exhausts that hit the factory brace. Our brace is also substantially stiffer than the factory brace. We could show you, some computer simulations that show how much stiffer ours is than the factory piece. It doesn't necessarily mean that the frame needed more stiffening there, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you would feel it in the driving experience. We're not here to say that, although it could. But mainly, it's a higher clearance piece that is stiffer than the factory. So they're not that expensive. Like a fun little mod you can do, quick little evening project or something. Now, the rear sway bar will actually affect the way your car drives and handles, and the effect on the driving experience is substantial.